Hey, I'm Lindsay, and we're at the UTBB headquarters in Dillingham, and as promised, I'm going to talk about what to expect at the upcoming scoping hearings and some tips for your testimony. Remember, this is one of the most important times to have our voices heard in the entire permitting process. You can find the hearing schedule and UTBB Community Prep Station information in the comments below, but the first hearing starts Monday, April 9th in Naknek. First, a quick piece of good news. Today, the Army Corps announced that they will extend the official comment period on scoping by 60 days, ending on June 29th. The scoping hearing schedule, however, remains the same. So, who's coming? What do they want public testimony on? And why is it important? The Army Corps of Engineers is the main agency handling Pebble's permit application, and they are holding hearings over the next couple weeks to hear from the public about what areas and impacts they should consider when weighing Pebble's permit application. We must raise every potential issue we want the Army Corps to consider. Why is this important? Now more than ever, it is critical for Bristol-based people to stand strong against the Pebble mine, because this is the only opportunity in the permitting process where the Army Corps gets to hear from the public on how Pebble will impact them. We must get on the record that we want our watershed and all it sustains protected. We must be clear that we do not support this mine because science, history, and common sense have shown us that it will cause widespread and devastating impacts on our land, water, and way of life. So here are a few tips for testimony. Speak slowly and clearly, and remember that the Army Corps is limiting each person to 3 minutes. Testimony in Dillingham, Anchorage, and Homer will only be given to a court reporter, not in front of the public. I know it can be scary, but don't be intimidated to testify. Bristol Bay people are the experts on how this will impact us socially, culturally, spiritually, and economically. How this will impact our people, our livelihoods, our communities, and our traditional way of life. The most effective testimony will outline who you are and how Pebble could impact your everyday life, now and in the future. Some helpful thoughts to guide your testimony could include sharing what you loved. Why do you think Bristol Bay should be protected? Make your enthusiasm for your home come across in your testimony. What worries you about the mine? How will it impact you, your family, your community? If Pebble gets developed, do you think other mines might too? And how would that development impact you and your kids and your children's children? Tell your personal story. Tell the Army Corps what specific issues related to water quality, air quality, noise, land ownership, transportation, and human health you think the mine and its related infrastructure could cause. Will your daily life change if the mine is built? What if there's an accident or a spill at the mine site? How will the mine and its vast transportation infrastructure impact your life and your community? How could the mine change your right and ability to hunt, fish, gather, and other traditional practices? Explain this to the Corps. How the Pebble mine could impact your culture and your traditional way of life. Tell the Army Corps what it would mean to you if the Nushagak or the Kwijak rivers no longer had robust salmon runs. In addition, we'll have testimony tips and documents linked in the comments below this video. As a side note, we want to tell you all that the people testifying in Dillingham on April 17th will have the option to read their testimony to the public, either before or after giving it to their court reporter, at UTBB's People's Hearing in the high school gym, which will be happening simultaneously with the Army Corps hearing. We strongly encourage people to read their testimony to the public as Bristol Bay refuses to be silenced by this process. The hearings will start with a video paid for and produced by the Pebble Partnership about their project. Then an Army Corps rep will give a short presentation on the scoping and permitting process. Next, they'll open it up for testimony, which will be taken on a first-come, first-served basis. Testimony will not be taken after the end time that Army Corps designated for each hearing. At the hearings, there'll also be blank letters and computers for people to write and submit with their testimony as well. So, to wrap it up, if you care about protecting Bristol Bay, please show up to a hearing and testify. If you can't make it to a hearing, please sign a letter from your area. Links are in the comments. And as always, hit us up for more information or questions at UTBB. Our contact info is listed below. Keep up the fight, everyone. Your voice has made and will continue to make a huge difference if we keep fighting together. We'll see you at a hearing.